Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Money Cure. So happy to be here, to be back with you, and to just get the opportunity to enlighten you on some really epic and transformative wisdom and information that's going to change your life as it relates to money. I'm your host, Sean Robert Grant, SRG, and I'm here happy, excited to help you. You know, I've been going for a bit and I've been doing a lot of introspection. And, I came to the realization that I love money. And I really, really love money. And I desire to have lots and lots and lots of money, but to also help other people do the same. Because here's the truth of the matter. Without money, we cannot live the lives that we want. Without money, we cannot do the things that we want. Without money, we cannot be the individuals that we desire. And if it's something that is not held back from us, that most people believe, but I'm going to debunk that belief right now. It's not held back from you. You can have as much money as you're willing to let in. The problem is most people get stumped at a certain level and then they stop growing. They stop allowing their minds to become congruent with the idea of money magnetization. Okay? So my goal with this podcast is, my new revamped goal is to help you to make as much money as you possibly can, because I desire you to live the good life, to take your family to vacations that you've only dreamed of, to help your family out by writing them checks and giving them cash to help your friends out with their businesses, to write checks for your own businesses. I desire you to have a mind that's evolved in such a way to where it just attracts money. It attracts money. And you have so much money, the accountant that you usually use to do your taxes, you're hiring them to keep track of it on a monthly or weekly basis, more like a monthly basis. But that's my desire for you, because that's my desire for myself. So with that being said, let's get right into this title today. Never ever use this word when it comes to money. It's very important. And this is so important. And I would first like to thank Reverend Ike, because he has been such a magnificent mentor to me. He's opened my eyes to so much. He's opened my mind to the ability of what can happen when you allow yourself to be in a great state of mind and relationship with money. And he really opened my eyes with this one. And I'm going to get to it right in just a moment. But first I want to ask, let's do some inventory really quickly. If you were to look at your financial standing, if you were to look at where your finances were right now, on a scale from 1 to 10, how would you feel? And when I say that, do you feel great about it? Do you feel, like you've worked really hard and you've arrived at a place to where, you have as much as you need, and you're doing some or most of the things that you want to do, but you still aren't at that place where you can do all the things you want to do? Think about that for a moment. Okay? And I'm going to ask you another question. How would it feel if you didn't have to go to a job every day of your life? How would it feel if you had those 10 hours, because usually it's an hour driving to work for most people, an hour driving home, in addition to the 8 or 9 hours we spend, so 10 or 11 hours. How would you feel if you had that 10 or 11 hours back to yourself to do the things that you desire to do? How would that feel? And I really want you to think about that now, because the blessing is in the feeling. The manifestation is in the feeling. And if you can feel it and you can see it, visualization, very important. Using your imagination to put yourself in the position that you desire to be. If you can see it and you can feel it, you can be it. It can happen for you. You just have to be patient with it and allow it to unfold in the very best way possible. Okay? So think about that for a moment. And with the first question, I want you to take that and let's add something to it. So let's say you're at a 7.5, which means that you're making a good bit of money, but you don't have much time. You're doing a lot of the things you want to do, but you're not doing all the things that you want to do. So what if you could change that? What if you could change that whole idea into actually owning your time, having money work for you, not you work for money? How would that feel? And it's so important to know how things feel because we live in a vibrational universe. And the universe feels what we put out. So whenever I say an affirmation, I take my initials, I call myself the super rich guy. It's like I'm the super rich guy. I'm the super rich guy to everybody. I'm the super rich guy. And I throw my hands in the air and I clench my fist and I laugh and I smile and I feel it. I feel it. And when I feel it, all of a sudden, I notice my mind does this thing where it becomes more financially aware. And what I mean by that, all of a sudden I get this idea about how to save money here, or how to make more money over there, or how to remember that I had this money stashed away over there. It's the most interesting thing when your mind starts to become privy to what you're doing from a financial standpoint. We've been taught so much, and I speak from firsthand experience, from religion and from theologians, that money is evil, money is bad, the love of money is evil. And I reference Reverend Ike again, because Reverend Ike is a big influence in my life. He talked about the love of money is not evil, it's the lack of money that's the root of all evil. Because if you don't have enough money, you cannot live your life the very way that you desire to. And I've never seen this more prevalent than when I go to a third world country and I'm like the richest person in the entire city because these people don't have anything. They don't have anything. They're living their lives in slums. They're living their lives in like huts, living on $1.25 a day. Now, I understand that's the reality of it all, but it doesn't have to be. And it all starts with our mind. It all starts with us using our mind power. And I want you to use your mind power. And what I'm going to do in later episodes is I'm going to go into how you can access that. I got so much stuff that I'm excited to share with you, but I want to get into today's word. And sorry to keep you waiting, but I wanted to make it worth your while. So never use this word when it comes to money. And I'll tell you why. So never use the word spend when it comes to money. Okay? If you use the word spend when it comes to money, you know what you're telling money? You're telling money, the energy of money, that it's done. It's never coming back. It's finished. And when we look at the definition of the word spend, it means to exhaust completely. You ever go work out and you hear someone say, "Oh my God, I'm spent. I'm exhausted completely." And that's the energy you surround your cash with, and the money in your account and the money in your investments. That's the energy you surround it with when you say spend. Okay? So when I heard this, my ears perked up because I'm like, you know what? I'm never using the word spend again. And even when I get ready to say spend or my wife says spend, I correct it because I don't want to be connected to something, especially money that exhausts completely. Instead, use the word circulate. Okay? Circulate. And so what circulation means to return to the point of origin. And I've got an amazing analogy here I'm going to share with you. When you think of your money, I want you to think of your money like your heart and the process your heart does with the blood. And I'm no doctor, but I kind of have an idea of how it works. So say, for instance, you were the heart and the blood was your money. You were your heart and the blood was your money, okay? And the blood circulates through the body, all the way through the body, and then it comes back. Circulates all the way through the body, and then it comes back, okay? That's the key word. It comes back to the heart. When it circulates through the body, it comes back to the heart. Circulates through the body, comes back to the heart. So you want your cash to come back to you. You want your money to come back to you. And by having your money come back to you, you never lose it. You don't exhaust it. So the money you circulate. You're going to use the word circulate, which means return to the point of origin. So the money you use to pay your mortgage, the money you use to pay for your car note, the money you use to pay for your groceries, that money is going to circulate back into your life. That money is going to circulate back into your life. Say it with me. My money circulates back to me multiplied. My money circulates back to me multiplied. All of my money circulates back to me multiplied. Right? So that means you can get happy about circulating money to the mortgage, circulating money to the electric bill, circulating money to the cable bill, circulating money to whoever, the credit card company. Because when you circulate it, the money always comes back, and it comes back multiplied if you speak it over the money that you're using. I will honestly tell you, this right here will transform the way you use your finances. Because then you go from, when dealing with paying your cash, to, all right, I'm excited. I'm gonna circulate this money and it's coming back to me. I got nothing to worry about whatsoever. You get a positive vibe around the cash that you're sending out. And it's just that simple. And stick with it. Stick with it. Use it. Use it for the rest of your life, because what's going to happen is eventually the mind will start to catch on to it. And you'll be like, man, I have so much money. I didn't really think about it now, but I have so much money in my possession coming back to me. Oh, it's because I use the word circulate. And that's all you need to do. Use the word circulate. Never use the word spend. Guys, if you change this up, the entire spectrum of everything opens up for you as it relates to abundance, financial abundance, and financial prosperity. It opens up to you, because now you're not sending your money away for good and to never see it again. You're letting it go out, just like in the heart. Let it circulate through the economy, enrich the economy, and then bring it right back to the heart, to the point of origin, which is you. It's a game changer. Practice it, believe it, write it down, say it. It will work for you. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today. It has been awesome. Keep in touch. Let me know how things are working out for you, but use this. And not only use it, but share it with so many people as much as you possibly can. We'll talk soon. Take care. Bye-bye.